The question is, was Arcane Season 2 better than Season 1?
No, it was not.
I don't think it was either. I think it was good, but it wasn't great. Arcane Season 1 is a 9.4 out of 10. Would you agree?
I would give it a 9.6 to be completely honest.
I would say Season 2, 7.9.
7.8.
Oh, you're going lower.
Just a
See,
little
you went
bit.
even higher for Season 1 and then even lower for Season 2. It's still solid, it's still fun, there were great elements, but it doesn't hold a candle to the flame that was Season 1. Gotta do fact of the day though. Page number 35, fact number
4.
The Dyslexia Research Centre is in Reading. Now, some people read Reading as reading. Punny, 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 punny. Hey, NarendraTheComic.
Nonsense,
Yes, and right now we're going to be doing a quick review of Arcane Season 2. There's a lot to unpack here. There were moments in this show that had her bawling out like she was a waterfall.
I was struggling. I would go to bed and then cry some more. That's how attached I became to these characters. And that's something that I think the storytellers within this realm have done so well. We had some characters we only knew for a couple of episodes, and yet when certain things happened, I was distraught. And you only get that through good writing.
Good characters and there being a solid understanding of where they are and where they're going to go. The problem is, there were instances in this show, specifically the first 3 episodes of Season 2, where there was so much flip-flopping going on from almost every character. I was looking at this saying, why would you choose to do this? You have completely destroyed multiple characters' motivations.
And the issue is that they did it in such a short amount of time. You can take the time to change up characters, but then you have to give the audience the breathing room.
And in this case, something was just off about these characters for the first 3 episodes. But after that, I think it improved so much. A lot of individuals thought that the first 3 were the best 3 episodes of the show. They said it was paced right, they liked the energy in it, the fact it was so zippy. I thought it was the worst part of the entire show, Season 1 and Season 2, because it felt like they were trying to push through as much as possible and cram shit in, exposition-wise, story-wise, character-wise, and it was just feeling too stuffed.
But then we got to the second set. Those ones, some of the best in the whole show.
Oddly enough, people think those 3 are the worst 3 of Season 2. For me, they were the best by a country mile. They were paced well, they were structured well, everyone knew what they were doing. There were a couple of moments of, oh shit, they did that. I wasn't expecting that.
I liked the way they figured out these stories. I am someone, without spoilers, who likes circular story. And that is something they did really well. The issue is, we have many main characters. When you're trying to work through 10 characters worth of a plot in like 50 minutes of a finale episode, it gets very difficult. It kind of feels like you're chopping and changing too quickly, and the editing felt a little bit forced.
It made me appreciate Avatar: The Legend of Aang so much more with what they did in the finale series, and George Lucas as well. People don't give him as much credit as he deserves, the way he cut between different fight scenes, different points at the finales of his movies, because it is such a difficult skill to do, saying, I'm going from A to B to C, and making it flow as well as he did. But at the same time, because there were so many A-tier characters in this show, it made it difficult to make that full circle moment feel like it was fully earned, because even though the end point was kind of cathartic, it felt oddly anticlimactic right at the end. I think a big thing for that was the Vanda storyline. Now, Vanda is one of my favorite characters in this show. The family storyline, it kind of came to a culmination point in episode 5 or 6 of Season 2. And I thought, damn, you have really let the cat's amongst the pigeons here. That's what's been happening in those episodes. Everyone is on the floor, you're in deep, and then something happens and certain characters are vomiting up lava. I don't know how to deal with this. This is some heavy shit. And then certain characters come back to life. I thought that was the end after they came back to life before. But now they came back to life after already coming back to life. That isn't worth it, and it felt cheap at the end. Even though the first coming back to life and resurrection I liked, the second one, I didn't.
You're correct.
They got deaded at the end.
Yeah.
And then the big thing was that Powder did some good stuff and became a hero in some ways. She did the right thing, but I didn't love it.
You didn't love it?
I didn't love it. I liked that she did it, but I didn't like how she did it. The situation around it. When they were going down the ventilation shaft, I thought, this isn't getting me like it did in episodes 5 and 6. It smashed me to pieces in those episodes, but it didn't do it there.
I also think that she's alive.
They gave a little bit of questionable artistic design at the end with the blip of the screen.
There was like a quick pink streak.
That may have just been homage to her and her character.
It might have been, but she's
maybe.
so quick with the shimmer. They were also reminding us of that during the episode. The movements she was making, it was unnaturally quick. Supernatural, if you will.
Plus, I did like the Victor Jace storyline. I think it came completely through there. And from Season 1, we thought, whoever this sage was giving Jace the runestone, it's either Jace himself or it was Victor. Turns out, It was Victor.
Victor.
Also, I liked Amara's character in the end. I really didn't like her in season 1, but even though she was kind of interspersed in season 2, she kind of came through as a heavy hitter.
One thing I will say about this
Still
show...
don't like Caitlyn. Never have, never will.
No, I don't like it. I didn't like Caitlyn from the get-go.
Just completely dead voice acting wise and almost no life to the
See,
character.
across this show, we have such high-level voice acting, and then there's Caitlyn. I don't know what it is. Everyone else is giving. They are singing as these characters. They are laughing as these characters.
Man, that was a great song. The
Great
music
song.
is different class as well.
The music.
But the voice actors, you go with that.
The
You were
voice
saying
actors.
that.
And yet, when Caitlyn's on the screen,
She drains the energy from everyone else around her almost.
I don't know why. It feels like it's just coming up a bit short and it's too stifled, which fits, but then there's a level where you kind of turn to stone. And that does not work when everyone else is so effervescent and full of life and energy and movement within their own voices.
You brought up circular story earlier, and while I normally love that and it really does appeal to me, I think this show had the case and instance of maybe there being too circular a story. Maybe there were too many loops on that same circle, and it went a bit too round the roundabout. And for me, it kind of lost its shine with certain character arcs.
I disagree. There was the setup and the payoff in a way that the audience can appreciate. Really what I'm trying to say here is if you haven't watched Arcane, please watch it.
Season 1 though is a 9.4. I will fight you on that. That's just the fact. Anyone who says it's under a 9, I don't trust you. I do not believe you. You have an issue.